dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. That was the Christmas song, also known as Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. Written partly by Mel Tormé, go figure, but made famous mostly by Nat King Cole. And I played that song straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. And at the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want hundreds more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along, just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. All right, now, I did do an arpeggio with this. The arpeggio is like a, actually, I called it a strum arpeggio because I did a down strum and then plucking, right? But for those of you who are scared of something like that, don't be. This is really easy. All I did, I'm putting my finger on a C chord here, right? I use my index finger to go down on the C, and then I'm plucking the first 3 strings from the ceiling down. And yes, I have a low G ukulele. I think this would sound very nice on a high J ukulele played exactly the same way. It'll sound a little bit different because it'll be, you know, or anyway, it'll sound a little bit different, but it'll sound very nice also on a high G ukulele. So you can do either one. Or if you'd rather, you can just do the strum I would do. If you're not going to do a strum, I would just do. That's it, just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. That's it, throughout the entire song. Well, until the final, right, that's a different part. But, so with the right hand, that's what I'm doing. Down, pluck, pluck, pluck. And I'm always going just from the ceiling down. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I do change the pattern a tiny bit when I've got, like, there's one place in the chord wherever I do a C7. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. See how I switch to that C7? I always do a down strum on a chord change. So that's a minor variation there, but you don't even have to pay attention to that. You could just play it the way I described, and nobody will notice. So, okay, as far as chord transitions now, let me show. So I'm starting out with a ring finger on the C here. No, I'm not. Excuse me. I'm starting out with my pinky on the C because I want to be able to drop a D minor and not have to move anything else, right? This is my D minor 7. In fact, if you just really have trouble with that, you can just switch to a D minor instead of a D minor 7. You can pretty much always play a D minor instead of a D minor 7, and it won't be flat out wrong. It might not have as much panache, but frequently it's not easier to do so because your finger's already there, right? Your fingers, you just drop the D minor and pick it up again. That's not harder than switching from there to a D minor, right? It's not harder. So I've got the D, I've got the C, and I'm using my pinky for that C. I drop the D minor to make it a D minor 7, and then I pick it up again, and then I hang. Hang is when you just do a strum and you let it hang there. You don't stop it, you just let it hang there. That's the idea. So that's the intro. And hang. Here goes. Now then, chestnuts open, or roasting rather, excuse me. That's the same as we did already. But then, instead of picking it all up back to a C, I'm going to switch to a G6, and here's how I'm doing it. I pick up 2 of my fingers, I leave my ring finger exactly there, and my pinky, I just slide down 1 fret. That's the G6. See there how little movement that is? These 2 fingers stay stuck to the ukulele, and this finger just moves down 1 fret, and then I go back to the D minor 7 again. So that's my first line, right? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And then pick up again for the C. Jack Frost. And now I'm going to drop basically, 2/3 of or 3/4 of a B flat there. That's my G minor 7th. And that's my fastest chord transition there, but it's easy because all I have to do is I'm dropping the G minor 7 right from the C. I drop the G minor 7, and then all I'm doing is rolling my index finger back so that it only covers 1 string instead of 2, right? Nipping at your, and then I roll it back again so it's only covering the 2nd string from the floor. Nose. So, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Right? See how that rolls back to the F? And now I have to pick them all up and drop an E7. Oh well. And now I'm going to use my my middle finger for the A minor. Somehow it just seems more fluid that way. I mean, I could move my index finger up, but I like the move from the A minor to this F minor 6. F minor 6 is probably the most difficult song most difficult chord in the song, just because it's a little bit awkward. But so Yuletide from the E7, I put my middle finger on that A minor, and then I'm just going to move it over 1 string, and I'm going to bar the 1st fret and drop 1 more finger, and I've got my F minor 6. Yuletide carols being sung, leave my ring finger there and pick up the rest, and I have my C, sung by a choir. And now this is really close to, see, before I had this, right? There's my B7. See how similar that is? So I'm just, and I drop it right back down again for that B7. And folks, okay, some people say the E is harder, because E is not an easy chord, but anyway. From the B7, sorry, you just have to pick them all up and drop that E. At least you get to hang there twice as long as most of the chords. Folks dressed up like Eskimos. Now from here, these 2 fingers are at least on the right string. They're just going to slide down 2 frets, right? Your other 2 fingers are going to change position, but these 2, the 2 closest to the ceiling here, they're just going to slide down 2 frets for that D minor 7. Just like Eskimos. And then from there, I know it looks kind of awkward to form a G7 that way, but it's kind of like going to the G6. I already have 3 fingers in almost the right place. These two are in exactly the right place. I'm just going to slide my pinky down, and I have that G7. See how little that takes? Everybody knows. And then I slide it right back up again, my pinky, and I've got it there. Some turkey, a turkey and some mistletoe. So this is the same. Help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow. And now, instead of the E, I'm going to an E minor. So from the B7, it goes to an E minor. And this is a pretty fast riff, pretty fast segue between chords too. We'll find it hard to sleep. So I'm going from the E minor, and then I just pick it up and drop the A7. And then I only have to move it over 1 string and drop that D minor 7. Tonight. Okay, now the bridge. They know that G minor for the first time. Santa's. So all I have to do is pick up 2 fingers, and I go from there to this E7. On his way. F major 7 is normally a difficult chord, but here, if you play it all the way up here on the 5th fret, it sounds cool and not so difficult. F6 is a little difficult too, but not here. Right? This is a 2nd position F major 7. I don't know how else to describe it. Bar the 5th fret and drop a ring finger. And then pick up the ring finger for the F6. That's it. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And then slide all the way down you can think of your index fingers at least being on the right string, kinda, because you're going to slide it all the way back down, but it's just going to arch, and you already have that as part of your F minor, right? So... And every mother's child. And now again, your index finger stays there and just flattens out for that B flat 7. Every mother's child is gonna... Now you have to slide them all over. Actually, your middle finger is gonna stay in place, isn't it? For the B flat. Gonna spy. And then I go to this version of the E flat. You can play E flat either this way or this way, whichever way you like. So every mother's child is gonna spy. And then from here, my ring finger is almost in place for that D7, so I just leave it there. You can also form a D7 in a more classic way, but your choice. From the E flat, I like just laying my ring finger flat like that. To see if reindeer really know. So from there, till you pick it up, again, your index finger is staying in the right place. How to fly. Now, again, so I got my D. My ring finger can just slide up. It's almost in the right place. It's just going to slide up 1 fret, right? And drop my pinky there. And I've got my G suspended 4th. But then I have to form a G7. And I form it in kind of the classic way. And then the 3rd verse is the same. The instrumental bridge is the same. The only thing special is, in the instrumental bridge, the 2nd time you play that 3rd verse, Merry Christmas to, and instead of that C, that final C, I'm going all the way up here with a C. Yes, that's a C. C, 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 right? This is like a 4th position C. So here's how I'm doing it. It's basically like a closed G, which would be down here, right? But all the way up on the 7th fret, the 7th fret. And here's how I get it. And then I'm going to drop my pinky on the 10th fret. And now I'm going to use my the fingers of my right hand to muffle the sound of the string closest to the floor. I'm picking up, well, it doesn't matter about picking up, but anyway, I play the whole chord, but muffling the last one, you can hear this a little stronger because I don't have the last one, right? So, and I muffle, and I'm gonna drop my finger on the 10th, 2nd string, 10th fret, and then all the way down here. Again, that's like a 3rd position C. 1, 2, 3, right? So one more time. And that's it. I'm going to stop talking at you now. I will play in slow motion, even slower than the song is normally played. I'm going to play from the intro through verses 1 and 2, and then to the bridge. But then I'll pretend that that was the second bridge, right? So I'll skip verse 3 and the instrumental bridge, and I'll go straight to the outro. Here goes. Slow motion, close up on my chord changing hand. And here goes. Slow motion. 5, 6, 7, and... Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.